This photo was taken at the scene of a fatal crash in Mexico City. The crash killed one young man and left another critically injured. As paramedics worked, a ghostly figure appeared near the police officers in the photo. The figure, wearing a black robe with a strange face, has been compared to the killer from the Scream movies. Could the figure be a ghost, or is it just a trick of light and shadows? At a police station in Carabobo, Venezuela, a security camera captured something terrifying.
Mira, ve, mira, ¿viste? Mira, ve, ¿viste?
No, marico, salió de ahí exactamente. Desde la mitad de aquí
de la mitad, eso, de ahí apareció.
Va pasando.
Mira, ahí está hablando con Valdespino, ahí está hablando con Valdespino.
A mysterious figure walking in the parking lot, even though access was restricted to authorized personnel only.
No, pero sí se le ve como un vestido.
Yo hago sombra, marico,
Claro, dime tú, todo vestido de blanco está.
Oye, mira, se ve como un vestido. Mira, este marico se ve completico la ropa.
Vestido de blanco está ahora, mano.
Huevo, mira cómo le hace la mano, mira. Ay, mira cómo me quedo yo ahí en show, mano, porque no le veo la cara. Yo llamo al Despino como para que me acompañe, ¿ves? Cuando vuelto ya no está.
The security guard didn't notice anything unusual during his patrol, so could this be a ghost? Officers are still unsure how to explain what happened that day. After a deadly car crash, a police officer captured footage that seemed to reveal something extraordinary. If you look closely, a faint silhouette can be seen hovering near one of the wrecked vehicles. The figure lingers briefly before slowly rising into the sky and disappearing from view. Could this mysterious image have been a soul ascending, leaving the scene of the tragedy behind? This police officer was spending time with his family when he noticed something unsettling across the street.
Sorry, I saw something right here. But it's inside now. Tap it on the window out. There.
Oh, yeah.
Top window.
Yeah.
Bottom window. Bottom window.
I can only see it on the
What the hell does its face look like? Oh, man, it disappeared. Bottom window.
I can only see it on the
What the hell does its face look like? Oh, man, it disappeared. Top window. Right.
Oh my god.
What the hell is it? Can I zoom in on this?
Oh, gone.
Bottom window. What the hell is going on?
You're just going through the floor or something.
A shadowy figure appeared to move through the empty house, gliding effortlessly through the walls and floors. What makes it even eerier? The house had been cleared out after the recent passing of its owner. The strange movements left the officer and his family baffled. After the restaurant closed for the night, a security guard noticed something chilling on the cameras.
Ya salió de nuevo. Ahí va. ¿Estoy bien que vaya por en medio? ¿Sí? ¿Pero eso nunca lo habías visto, José?
The footage revealed a translucent figure gliding through the empty dining area, even though the doors were locked and the building was secured. The guard immediately checked the premises but found no sign of anyone. The eerie sight remains unexplained, leaving staff and security unsettled. On April 12, 2018, the New South Wales Police shared this unsettling CCTV footage on Facebook. At 5:30 a.m, a garage door in their parking lot, which hadn't been used in days, mysteriously opened on its own. Suddenly, a broom flew out of the garage, stood upright for a few seconds, then fell to the ground. The incident left everyone puzzled, and the cause remains a mystery to this day. A Reddit user shared a chilling video filmed a few years ago at his workplace during a late night shift around 3 a.m.
The fuck is this, man?
In the footage, a shadowy figure can be seen moving through the building, but its movements appear strange and unnatural. Some viewers speculate it might be a person caught on camera in poor lighting, while others are convinced it's something supernatural, possibly a ghost. The user, however, is certain it couldn't have been a person. The small building was securely locked, and there was no way anyone could have entered without him noticing. In March 2015, Jennifer Grosbeck and her daughter Lily crashed into an icy river near Spanish Fork, Utah. Hours later, a fisherman discovered the wreck. When the police arrived, they heard a woman's voice crying for help, even though Jennifer had passed away hours earlier from her injuries. Miraculously, Lily, though unconscious, was still alive, suspended in her seat above the freezing water. Rescuers freed her and she made a full recovery. The unexplained voice is still a mystery, with many believing it was Jennifer's spirit, guiding rescuers to save her daughter. A group of security guards had a chilling experience at an old cemetery. They recorded a figure seemingly hovering above the ground in an area usually deserted at night.
No mames, ¿qué es eso? Será un cricoso que está ahí detenido en el tiempo y en la nada.
As they drove closer to investigate, the figure abruptly vanished, leaving them shaken and unable to explain what they had just witnessed. A couple discovered their parked car had been scratched by another vehicle. Determined to find the culprit, they investigated and quickly identified the car by matching the color that was left. A nearby police officer got involved and decided to take photos of the suspected car for documentation, but what he captured next was chilling. In one of the photos, a shadowy figure or face appeared inside the car, even though no one was inside. The uploader claims this was the only photo where the face appeared. Every other picture taken of the car seemed perfectly normal. A Reddit user working as a security guard at a restaurant in Liberty Station, San Diego, a location with a rich military history, shared a strange incident caught on the surveillance camera. A white, shadowy figure was seen floating through the restaurant. Its movements were unusual and difficult to explain, leaving viewers divided on whether it was a person or something paranormal. The security guard, baffled by what he saw, admits he has no explanation for the eerie sighting. On June 5, 2023, in Brazil, police stopped a pickup truck after hearing unsettling noises coming from the back. When the officer opened it, he found a woman, but something about her wasn't right. She sat with a twisted smile, mumbling incoherent words as her body moved in unnatural motions. Sensing something dark and unexplainable, the officer stepped back, unsure whether the woman was under the influence of a sinister force or a substance. The scene was both chilling and sad. A security officer noticed one of his colleagues talking to himself. After watching for a few minutes, he decided to contact him and ask him what was going on.
¿Qué hizo? ¿Era con quién está hablando ahí? Sí, ¿con quién está hablando ahí luego usted?
Una propietaria de la casa 125.
Marica, la propietaria de la casa 125 falleció hace como unos 20 días, marica.
No, ¿cómo así? ¿Qué me está diciendo?
Sí, no, usted está hablando ahí solo, marica. Lo estoy viendo aquí por la cámara, usted está hablando ahí solo.
No, ¿cómo mierda lo pongo?
The man learned that the person he thought he was talking to had passed away weeks earlier. The colleague wasn't aware of the person's death, making the encounter unsettling. It was unclear if it was a spirit or just a figment of imagination. On March 14, 2017, police in Brazil responded to a noise complaint at a local school. When the officers arrived, the building was eerily silent, with no signs of activity. Just as they were about to leave, loud slamming noises suddenly echoed through the halls, though no one was in sight. Investigating further, they discovered that the fire suppression system had inexplicably been triggered. As they began to let their guard down, the slamming sounds resumed, even louder than before, seemingly coming from nowhere. The officers couldn't explain the phenomenon, leaving them uneasy, and with an overwhelming sense of an unseen presence they couldn't comprehend. During renovations at an airport, workers reported seeing a little girl wandering the upper floors, but despite searching, no one found her. Later, when a security guard inspected the area, he captured something chilling on camera. The footage showed a young girl's face peering through a locked door in a restricted section of the building, an area said to be impossible for anyone to access. To this day, the identity of the girl remains a mystery, and she has never been found. On October 18, 2014, this terrifying footage was shared online.
Pero cuando llegue allá, para que lo vean. Cámara, ¿no? Yo no sé mi caballo, no lo sé. Pero, gracias, pues. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Gonzalo? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Gracias. Quieto, quieto ahí, quieto ahí.
Acuéste de frente, ¿no?
Listo.
Eso, que es así, que es así. ¿Cómo lo puede hacer? Mi primero, vea, mi primero. Vea, mi primero, vea, mire, vea.
Quieto,
Vea.
quieto, déjenme.
Vea.
¡Ay, mi cabo, mi cabo! Él no te va a llevar. Tranquilo,
Vea, mi primero, ¿ah?
él no te lleva, él no te lleva, él no te lleva, él no te lleva.
¡Corra de peña!
Él no te lleva. ¡Ay, mi cabo! Ya, ven, ya, ya, aquí estamos todos.
Peña, corre.
Ven, ya. Ven, Lucifer, ven. Ven, Lucifer, ven, Lucifer, ¿dónde está? González, ¿dónde está?
It showed a soldier, seemingly possessed, moving uncontrollably as his teammates tried to help. He screamed at something invisible, his movements unnatural and unsettling. The eerie manner in which he moved has led me to believe this incident was not staged. While patrolling an office building, a security guard witnessed something downright terrifying.
Alright, can you see this thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
The lights were...
hallway, and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved.
No, it did not.
It just moved.
I just heard a weird fucking noise. Please don't tell me that as you said that.
Dude, it just moved.
A shadowy figure appeared to move across a fourth-floor window before vanishing without a trace. The guard investigated but found no signs of an intruder, leaving him convinced it wasn't a person. Speculation arose about a possible ghostly presence, but to this day, no one has been able to explain the mysterious event. This photo was taken by a police officer moments after a fatal car crash on a forest road. The image shows people gathered around the victim, seemingly attempting to save their life. Tragically, the victim had already passed. What makes the photo interesting is the appearance of a white, human-shaped figure hovering above the body, possibly the soul leaving the physical form. A hospital's CCTV camera captured something deeply unsettling. The automatic doors repeatedly opened, even though no one seemed to be there. Then, a strange reflection appeared in the glass, its form not matching any visible person nearby. The security guard initially thought it was a glitch, but the unexplained reflection suggested otherwise. Some believe it could be paranormal activity. A police station's security cameras recorded something unsettling. A shape-shifting figure can be seen in the parking lot. Officers were baffled, unsure if it was a technical glitch or something more mysterious. What could this camera have captured that day? This family was spending an evening in their garden when suddenly their security camera captured something unexplainable. A figure appeared briefly on the security camera. The family revealed that the figure bore an uncanny resemblance to their recently deceased loved one who had served as a police officer. Though some suggested a camera glitch, the family found comfort in the moment. On March 7, 2017, CCTV in a hospital in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, captured strange events. a bed started moving on its own. Then the bed was thrown onto the grass as though controlled by an invisible force. Later, another bed moved when a man approached. The police were baffled by the strange footage and couldn't explain the paranormal activity. In Honolulu, a rookie cop was assigned to close the gates at the Pali Lookout, but her routine task took a chilling turn.
But as she drove in, she saw something white. She remembered stories where officers would get into accidents because, you know, they drive past this white figure. So she drove closer, and as she got closer, and it appeared to be a lady wearing a white dress.
As she was shutting the last gate, she noticed a woman in white standing alone in the darkness. Moments later, to her shock, the woman appeared in the back seat of her car.
She was like, oh, I better stop and ask to see if she's okay. So when she pulled up, and she started rolling down her window, but as she turned out and looked out the window to start asking the lady why she was there, she felt this eerie feeling in the blue and white. And that's when she looked in the rearview mirror and she realized the lady was sitting in the backseat of the Corvette.
Summoning her courage, the officer calmly spoke to the figure.
Oh, what are you doing out here, Auntie?
So to stay calm, she kept talking to the lady. And the whole time, the lady sat there, said nothing, and was looking down. When she got to the second gate, she got out, quickly closed that gate, and you know, she knew that that spirit was still in the back seat. So she got back in and she continued to talk to the person. You know, oh, I don't have anything to offer you right now. I'm just doing my job. You know, I have to lock the gates. I have to drive around, and I do have to go through the tunnels, but you know, I cannot take you all the way to Kaneohe, to Kailua, because that's out of my district. But you know, I want you to be safe. And she kind of told that to the spirit. And the whole time, the lady sat there, said nothing, and was looking down. So as she was driving down, she went through the tunnels, and she just felt this overwhelming peace. You know, she just felt at peace. And then she looked up into the rearview mirror, and she noticed that the lady was gone.
After a tense and unnerving drive, the woman mysteriously vanished without a trace. Many believe it was a ghost, as similar sightings have been reported around the lookout. On November 3rd, 2018, Francisco, an airport guard, was finishing his late shift at 3 a.m. when he heard strange noises. Curious and uneasy, he went to investigate and discovered airplane doors slamming shut on their own. As he cautiously walked down the dimly lit aisle, he suddenly saw this.
Verga. ¿Qué fue eso? No mames.
A shadowy figure lurking around a corner. Frozen with fear, Francisco quickly turned and fled from the plane. Reddit user Default Guest User shared a chilling experience during a solo late-night shift around 2 a.m. While making his rounds and checking every room in the office, something unusual happened. A heavy metal door leading to the server room had mysteriously opened on its own. The door, secured with a magnetic lock, had been firmly shut just moments earlier. Its weight and the locking mechanism made it baffling how it could have reopened with no one else on the floor. What was going on here? On November 27th, 2020, a security guard working the night shift experienced something downright terrifying.
Una
tayong magagawa guys. Dadaan. So check natin.
He saw doors slamming and decided to investigate. What he captured next was shocking.
So, ayan, yung pintuan na akong malabog. So check natin guys. Yun, narinig ko ngayon guys na naka-on yung ano, yan, ito na. Yun guys, so, yung kita niyo yung mga bangko. Yun guys. Yan, walang tao dyan guys ha. Tapos yung electric fan sa itaas. Yan o. Parang may kakaiba talaga dito guys. Yan, kita nyo. Yan guys o. Yan guys. Ito yun. Yan guys o. Kita nyo. So, grabe yung so, kailangan natin i-off yung ano. Grabe, nakakatakot dito guys, sobra. So check natin, pasukin natin guys para kita nyo yung same guys. Guys. Woo! Lord.
Inside a classroom, chairs and tables suddenly moved on their own, sliding across the floor as if propelled by an unseen force. Frightened by the bizarre events, the guard quickly decided to leave the premises. Could this have been a genuine paranormal event? On the night of January 7, 2019, Alex Nunez, a security officer at the San Francisco Armory, a building infamous for its haunted reputation, was patrolling as usual. His shifts had always been quiet and uneventful, but this night was different. Out of nowhere, Alex heard the unmistakable sound of chairs scraping across the floor in the lounge, a room that should have been empty. Gripping his phone, he began recording as he cautiously approached the source of the noise. As he reached the lounge, the heavy doors suddenly swung open on their own.
Oh, hell no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bruh. By myself.
The room was completely empty, the chairs undisturbed, and the windows firmly shut. Yet, faint footsteps echoed somewhere in the building. Alex was certain he wasn't alone. While driving down a lonely rural road late at night, this dashcam captured something truly horrifying. A ghostly figure appeared in the middle of the quiet road, faintly illuminated by the car's headlights. The police vehicle seemed to strike the apparition, but when the officer stopped and turned around to investigate, he saw something chilling. The figure had reappeared. Its movements were strange and unnatural, almost as if it was gliding rather than walking. The eerie footage raises unsettling questions. Was this a ghostly encounter, or could it have been an optical illusion or a trick of the light? Now, this next vid is even more chilling.